Welcome back, deep divers. Alex here, supercharged and ready to unravel another incredible concept with my brilliant co-host.
And Jamie here, equally pumped. Today, Alex, we are diving into something that, honestly, I think everybody needs to hear. We're talking about a book that starts with some serious skepticism about the whole self-help world, but then it just explodes with insights.
Yeah, I love how the author Jen Sincero just lays it all out. She's like, I used to think this stuff was a bunch of crap. And honestly, when I first pick up a self-help book, a tiny part of me still thinks that. Like, am I desperate? Is this going to be super cheesy?
Right? She talks about the rah-rah churchiness and unwanted hugs from unappealing strangers. And I just laughed because, come on, we've all been there. But then she hits you with this truth bomb. Even with a pretty good life, friends, family, a car that runs, she was still unimpressed with what she knew she was capable of.
Unimpressed. That phrase really got me. It's like you're not failing, you're not in crisis, but you're also not truly thriving. You're just lukewarm. You're going through the motions, occasionally maybe catching a glimpse of your inner rock star, but then boom, parking ticket and you're back to dollar tacos in a rickety-ass apartment.
Exactly. And the core message she drives home right from the start is that this isn't about necessarily making millions or solving world problems, unless that's your jam. It's about getting mighty clear on what makes you happy, what makes you feel alive, and then, here's the kicker, creating it instead of pretending you can't have it or don't deserve it.
So it's not about what your dad or Aunt Mary think you should be doing. It's about having the cojones, as she says, to show up as the brightest, happiest, badassiest version of yourself.
Yep. And she says there's one simple shift you need to make to do this. This is huge. Alex, are you ready for it?
Lay it on me, Jamie. My cojones are ready.
You need to go from wanting to change your life to deciding to change your life. That's it.
Wait, hold on. Wanting versus deciding. So you're saying sitting on the couch with a bong and a travel magazine isn't going to get me to Fiji?
Not according to Jen. Wanting, she says, is passive. It's wishing. Deciding, on the other hand, means jumping in all the way. It's doing whatever it takes. It's going after your dreams with the tenacity of a dateless cheerleader a week before prom night. I mean, that's an image.
Tenacity of a dateless cheerleader. Ooh, that's good. That's vivid. So it's not just a mental shift, it's a commitment to action.
Yes, and often uncomfortable action. She warns you'll probably have to do things you never imagined, things your friends might judge you for, or even stop being friends with you because you're all weird and different now. You'll have to believe in things you can't see, push past fears, fail over and over. It sounds intense, but then she says, your life depends on it.
That's a gut punch right there. Your life depends on it. Because it's not just about getting what you want, it's about avoiding that feeling of someone parking a car on your chest, crushed by the realization that life is zooming by and you haven't really lived it.
And you don't have to hit rock bottom to make that decision. You can make it right now. She quotes Anais Nin, and the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. That's such a beautiful way to put it. The discomfort of staying the same becomes greater than the fear of change.
Man, that's powerful. And I love how she shares her own wild journey into self-help. Motivational seminars, name tags, high fives, beating a pillow with a baseball bat, marrying herself, writing a love letter to her uterus. What a mental image. It makes you realize she's not just talking the talk. She's walked through some pretty unconventional stuff.
Totally. And the initial goal for her was money. She was a writer and musician, feeling noble about her art, letting the money part work itself out, which she admits went real well. Sarcasm, obviously. She realized she had to get over her fear and loathing of money, which, let's be honest, is a huge hurdle for so many creatives and even just people in general.
Oh, absolutely. The unholy dollar belief. It's ingrained. But then she tripled her income within 6 months after hiring a coach and building an online business. That's a tangible result from all the weird stuff she was doing.
And her plea to the reader is to stay open, Stay open, or else you are screwed. No subtlety there. Because if you want to live a life you've never lived, you have to do things you've never done. It's simple, but not easy.
So that leads us right into part 1 of her book, which is How You Got This Way. And the first chapter, Jamie, is titled My Subconscious Made Me Do It, which honestly sounds like a pretty good excuse for pretty much everything bad I've ever done.
Ha! Well, she starts with this hilarious, almost painful story about a bowling accident. She gets so into her grand, victorious final shot that she slides right over the foul line on the oily alley, smacking her ass hard. Weeks later, she's got foot pain, needs a new mattress, and ends up mattress shopping with a salesman who's just too friendly.
Oh man, the mattress salesman, this is golden. He's lying next to her, staring at the ceiling like they're at summer camp, and she's terrified he's going to start spooning her. Instead of saying something, she just sneaks out and blows her only chance to shop for a mattress that week.
Exactly. And this is where she connects it. I didn't want to embarrass him. She explains that her family was trained to deal with uncomfortable interactions by running, freezing, talking about the weather, going blank, or bursting into tears. A total lack of confrontation skills passed down from waspy grandparents who believed children should be seen and not heard.
So you're saying my inability to send back a badly cooked meal at a restaurant, even if I'm starving, is, my mother's fault?
Well, she puts it perfectly. It's not your fault that you're fucked up. It's your fault if you stay fucked up. But the foundation of your fucked upness is something that's been passed down through generations of your family, like a coat of arms or a killer cornbread recipe.
Whoa, that's a mic drop moment. So it's not my fault I have these ingrained patterns, but it is my responsibility to change them.
Precisely. She paints this picture of us coming onto the planet as pure, wide-eyed human beings, totally in the moment. No shame, no fear, just exploring. But from the moment we could take it in, messages started filling us up. Beliefs from our parents, society, that have nothing to do with who we actually are or what's true.
Like, the world is a dangerous place, or being a musician isn't a real career. I definitely heard that one a lot.
Yep, and the kicker is our parents, trying to protect and love us, just passed on what they learned from their parents. It's a chain reaction of often limiting, sometimes downright false beliefs. She says most people are living in an illusion based on someone else's beliefs. Until they wake up, which is what this book aims to help you do.
So how does this illusion actually work? Is it like a glitch in the Matrix?
It's all about our conscious and subconscious minds. Our conscious mind, our frontal lobe, is the relentless overachiever. It's where we analyze, judge, worry, figure things out. It doesn't fully develop until puberty.
So that's why teenagers are sometimes, let's just say, less than logical.
Exactly. But our subconscious mind, that's the non-analytical part, fully developed the moment we arrive. It's all about feelings, instincts, and crucially, it believes everything because it has no filter. It doesn't know the difference between true and not true.
So if my dad grumbled about how money doesn't grow on trees, my subconscious just downloaded that as an undeniable truth?
You got it. It's like a little kid who doesn't know any better. If parents tell you nobody in your family knows how to make money, or that marriage means punching each other in the face, or that Santa Claus is real, your subconscious believes it all. It stores it as truth, as your beliefs, undisturbed and unanalyzed until you're on the therapy couch decades later.
What the F is my problem? And the answer lies in some lame, limiting, false subconscious belief I've been dragging around? Mind blown. So the blueprint for our lives is in our subconscious, running the show based on unfiltered childhood info, and we're mostly oblivious to it.
Yes, and even when our conscious mind develops and thinks it's in control, it's still being controlled by those deeper subconscious beliefs. As she says, our conscious mind thinks it's in control, but it isn't. Our subconscious mind doesn't think about anything, but is in control.
That explains so much. It's like I consciously want to be a millionaire, but subconsciously I believe money equals struggle or abandonment because my dad was always stressed about it. So I keep staying broke no matter how hard I try.
It's the classic example she uses, driving with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. You want to find your soulmate, but subconsciously believe intimacy leads to pain? Ringless. You want to lose 25 pounds, but subconsciously believe people aren't safe and you need a shield? Fortress of Flab. You want to travel the world, but subconsciously believe fun equals irresponsible? blank passport.
Ugh, that hits close to home for a lot of people. So, how do we fix this stinky carcass of subconscious beliefs under the house, as she describes it? The dead skunk problem.
First key, awareness. You have to become aware of them. Until you know what's really going on, you'll keep trying to paint the porch, so to speak, when the real problem is a dead skunk in the crawl space. She encourages us to look at the less than impressive areas of our lives. Think about money, relationships, health. What are the first 5 things that come to mind? What did your parents believe?
So, it's about strengthening our almighty awareness muscle and starting to notice the stories we're working with. Because once you see it, you can drag out those limiting beliefs and invite in new awesome ones.
Exactly. Which, speaking of awesome beliefs, brings us seamlessly to Chapter 2, the G word.
Uh-oh, the G word. I'm guessing that's not generosity. Is this where it gets, a bit too spiritual?
Well, Jen Sincero admits she started out with much snarkiness and eye-rolling herself. She was way too cool for country music, but found herself line dancing in a Western bar. The God thing happened similarly. She was so broke and clueless, she was open to suggestions. And when books on finding your calling kept having this spiritual side, she didn't toss them.
So she gave good old God a chance, and it wasn't totally idiotic.
Not at all. She started reading, studying, practicing.